Right. My name is Renison Jeffrey and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. Now the other day, I would have made a comment concerning a particular individual. Now, to set the record straight, I wouldn't himself say who he is, but I'm going to leave him, let him invite himself. We have two gentlemen on the line where we going and set this thing straight. So the first gentleman, Mr. Anthony. Evening. Now, you what up? Loud and clear, yeah. I hear you loud and clear.
Alright, so take front then.
Yeah, take front now, man.
Well, my name is Anthony Nicholas Williams. I'm the leader of the Trinidad and Tobago Democratic Front. I'm not too far from the library area, point 410. And I am fighting for a cause when it comes to the betterment of country and citizens' lives. Right? Well, I don't want to go deep in my whereabouts and where I grew up and this and that. As you know, point 410 is a big space, right? But born and grown in Captiville, right? So I am watching a situation where point 14 going down the ground, right? Jobs are hard to get. We are overrun by crime. A lot of the manifesto promises to Kennedy, Richard, the MP at point 410, they didn't come to pass. Nor did the PNM government promises in the manifestos came to pass, right? And as you know, they shut down Tremaine point 410, so it's no hustle again, right? To the hustlers, right? Because most of us in point 410, besides working in grocery work and stores, we work contract to contract, right? But we have to get out that dodge, catch the 4 o'clock bus and head to Port of Spain for San Fernando and so on, right? So we can pay with bills and manage the family, right? So I am very, how to say, disgruntled, upset with a vengeance that a lot of young people that put their faith in Kennedy Richards with the promise where they would gain these opportunities by voting him in, and to date, nothing at all besides separation in point, right? Poverty, I would say, at 100%, and when you say 100%, people will say, what is man talking about? People working in point 410. But I don't count working in groceries and stores for next to nothing as sustainable jobs. We're talking about sustainable jobs here. And point 410 needs sustainable jobs, right? Not grocery jobs or store jobs. We know all those are jobs. But until better living wages happen within that private sector, we need sustainable jobs on other areas concerning oil and gas and other developments in point 14, rather it be beach tourism, because we have a beautiful Christian Hill beach that one man trying to own named Trevor Lynch, right? And other manufacturing opportunities and agriculture opportunities that we could create in point 14. But the MP at point 14, he never had a plan, and the government, the PNM government, never had a plan of ever making him a minister, right? So I have decided, seeing what happened across the country, not only in point 14 but Labre also, right? Where Labre was they were sold the dream of a bear god. Put up so much years, I think almost 7 years, and nothing came about that, right? So I am very upset when I look at what is happening to the state of the country. You can actually stand up and feel like a dead zone, you know, like in a dead zone, you know? You're just like in a dead zone. You're not feeling the vibes of any type of development, anything happening within the communities and Trinidad and Tobago. And I am fed up. So I have decided to make the call on those manifesto promises from 2015 to 2020 that never happened. Make the call towards getting people out office, right? So we have pushed for the 2020, sorry, not the 2020, I apologize, the 2023 national shutdown. We would have had meetings with a number of political and non-political players and so on. And sad to say, a lot of people don't really care about this country. They more care about themselves and the political party, right? And when it again, that didn't went well. We still have a few players on the table. I don't want to really call names. And then we decided we're going to go forward. We're not going to wait for other people to say they want to come on board or they want to have a meeting and this meeting and that. No, I said about the meeting. It's time to let's go forward. So we decided to just go forward with the national shutdown, right? And push hard to get this Prime Minister out. We will actually be calling to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago to step down, right? We don't want no early local elections anymore, right? We don't, because that may never happen in the end of this year, as it's supposed to, right? It's have a lot of corruption in that. They feel they could spend money and get people to put their councillors back in, right? So we don't want that. We want a general election. We want the administration up, because I am seeing a definite issue concerning development in this country, right? Especially prosperity trickling down to the citizens and the young people of this country, right? As was promised by the Minister of Finance, right? I am not seeing these things happening, right? I am looking at the oil and gas industry going down the drain, especially in Point Fortin. And a lot of people say, boy, what do you know about the oil and gas industry? I would say, I used to do the power oil bunkering, right? From platform to platform, from wellhead to wellhead, making sure that trimmer production run at 160,000 barrels a day. That's gone. We're running at 30,000 barrels a day. And then men pay, workers pay, cut in half, and the running trimmer with a skeleton crew, platform falling apart, wellhead falling apart, it's all kind of craziness. And then we have Atlantic Energy going and fire about 3% of the workers. They have 600 and something workers. I think about 300 and something might go home. Wow. And they know they shut down train 1. They say train 1 have no gas. They say we have limited gas in the country. But that is foolishness. Shutdown have gas, right? Shutdown have the gas that we need to keep this country afloat when it comes to sectors having that needed fuel through the gas sector. So what's keeping industries running and things. But this government is a lazy government. They don't want to do nothing, right? They found 3.5 billion cubic feet of natural gas to a Canadian company. And our country only gets 20% out of 100%. You think that is fair? That is our resources.
Only 20% you're saying?
Fuel the economy.
Only 20% you say we get?
20%, 3.5 billion cubic feet of gas this Canadian company found, right? And we only got 20% at that time. You think that is fair? Right? Atlantic Energy, when we were supposed to get payback, the percentage we were getting from Atlantic Energy when it started, I think was 15%. 15% and assessor tax break for a certain amount of years. We got nothing out of that deal with Atlantic Energy when they came here in the first place. Right? And the gas we're talking about would have been, remember when Mexico, all of them was more into the oil and thing?
Yeah.
Nobody was studying gas. But they found the gas in Chatham and thing. They set up the well and decided they're not going that way because we didn't have Atlantic Energy up yet. They cut down the well and they cemented. It's a specialized company that used to cement the well. They didn't cap the well. And that gas sit down right there. That gas sit down right there waiting for who?
So we're saying that gas sit down there up till this day.
That gas sit down there up to this day. Right? Up to this day.
Anthony, you're telling me something that frightening me, you know, because you see, I don't want to, well, I don't know that for sure. You understand? Now, if you would have worked there when that was taking place?
No, it's have older heads who have worked there. They pass on that information to me. I learned my trade through the older heads.
Alright.
Under UNC, the party that I don't like at all, they need to go to Pamela, government formed border. And that's also kept down there, sit down. People don't understand in this country the resources that they have that can better their lives.
No.
We watch oil prices going up after losing we refinery because our Prime Minister said to this country it is cheaper to bring fuel into the country. That is madness. It is never cheaper to bring fuel in our oil production country that we could do fuel yourselves. That is madness. Every time oil prices goes up, it is more expensive for us. People not understanding that.
You see, one thing I want to ask, because there are a lot of people want to know what drive you into politics. What make you want to be in politics on a whole?
Let me tell you something. I hate politics. I'm one of them who don't like to vote and who would have never vote for PNM or UNC. Right? So, there is nobody to vote for as far as I can see. Right? And when I watch my country going down the drain, young people turning to crime. You remember the Gun Hill situation in Point Fortin?
Yeah, but when they did put the station up on Gun Hill?
Yes, I could give the history about that. I almost get up on this in that as a young person. If our government not creating opportunities to relinquish poverty and it's a hardship that families and young people going through, because young people want opportunity, but if it have no opportunity, and you hear young people say, no, he ain't voting because them don't care about nobody. They don't really have a leader in this country. The ship's sinking. When I look at all the things that is happening and the lives being lost, the borders wide open right now in Point Fortin, Pedros and other areas, we looking like little Venezuela. Nobody doing anything in government to better anybody's lives or protect the children in Trinidad and Tobago for the development. Government ministers only dealing with the getting the rich richer, the Syrians and the Lebanese, and themselves. So I say enough is enough.
Enough is enough. And that is
I decide to get into politics.
And that is the reason why you get into politics.
I understand the only how to change things. It's not through activism. Activism can't change nothing. I don't care what people say. Activism will never change nothing in this country. They need the power. As an activist, you feel I could go down to just and tell certain drug lords who I know around the area to stop it. To stop sending your boats across the border and bringing in the guns and the young girls and them for the politicians.
Now them ain't go want to listen to you. Them ain't go want to hear you at all.
But with the power of government, I could fix that. I could change that, and I understand that. As an activist, I can't do nothing. So I got into politics.
Now, Mr. Anthony, you know, at this point in time, you know, we have our next guest on the line, a man that we nearly fight the other day, you know. You understand? I pass and I see him in a supermarket. There, me and this man nearly fight. You understand? And he make me afraid to call his name.
Hola.
Brother.
Good evening, Mr. RJ. Good evening.
Yes, man. What going on? Because I misunderstand here, you know. I misunderstand here because we had a conversation before. You know, and you know, I just want to clarify this point because I know we fight. I know who might win. People betting now.
Love me out, man. United Trinidad and Tobago, United City will by extension. There is Mr. Ola. Let's talk with Ola. Follow for Page. Follow Mr. Anthony Williams. Mr. RJ. Thanks for the opportunity to clear this up. Right. So, what exactly you want to fight? Talk to me.
Because what I really wanted to find out is that on the day in question, when I see the video, I listen to it. I find the message was lukewarm. I didn't know which side you stand. So I just in my thing I say, see this, it's songing too much in this kind of way. So I had to attack it. Because you see where Anthony think there, Anthony maybe you know. I see Anthony in the pushback strike. He was one of the man that pick up one of the smoke bomb, the bullet, and showing people on social media. And I'll stop him. I say, where you get that from him? Now he telling me he explain the police and them and wherever. So I know that, you know, he had in a good place. You understand? So, you know, the comment that you make, you know, I just way bring more clarity to it.
Alright, so look for also more clarity to it. So normally, when I do a video, at the end of my video, I just say, hold on, man. Again, when I do a video, at the end of my video, I just say, regardless of what, listen and understand. If you don't understand what I'm saying, pay attention to what I'm not saying, right? So what does I said that, well, I understand Anthony had a conversation. So you're telling me about the nationwide shutdown. So I told him, I said, well, what is it you want to do? He said, well, he said he lost his stage and he's not getting the traction that he wanted. So he sent me a flyer and he said, this is what, do anything you want to do on it, talk on it, but talk the truth. Because that is what I just do. I just come on social media and say it as it is. Right? I just say what's on my mind and what I do. And I just also say, I'm only responsible for what I say and not for what you understand. Right? So I did the video and I stated that this guy, Mr. Anthony Williams, and I mentioned his name for a purpose and a reason for people to go and look at his page so they can listen to his content and follow his videos, right? He was saying that he wasn't in strike. So I said, in a place like Trinidad and Tobago, while I admire what it is he wants to do because his heart is in the right place, Trinidad and Tobago is literally a two-party system. It is red and it is yellow. And for Mr. Anthony Williams to come out of the background to say he wants to have a nationwide shutdown, he would need national unity in order for that to happen. So I also said, we don't have national unity in Trinidad and Tobago. We don't have it. We have PNM and we have UNC. The UNC supporters are not going to leave their camp to come and shut down no country under Mr. Anthony Williams. The PNM supporters are not going to leave their camp to come and shut down the country for Mr. Anthony Williams. They are not going to do it. They will have a lot of computer talkers, a lot of people that will be support them in spirit and be there. But we know that Trinidadians do not support these things who they do not know. It was a big bet, they come out. If it's one man, two shows, they shut down the place. You understand? If it's a bet, if it's a boat ride, if it's these things, people will come out and support. But they will not go against the political colors to support a neutral man in a call like this. And this is basically what my video was about, stating that we do not have national unity because the leaders have separated us through politics, color, religion, race, and creed. I also said that there is a non-national that came into the country and he's disrespecting my flag, my country, Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister, and the country and the citizens. And the people who believe that he is speaking against the government, they throw the support of behind him, not understanding that what it is he's doing is disrespecting us. Not red, not yellow, but us, the country and the flag. Right? I also said in another video that we cannot go to his country, put on his flag on our head and bad talk his prime minister, his government, his fellow citizens, no one, because disrespecting our flag, that comes with consequences, brother.
Yeah.
But yet he's allowed here in this country to disrespect everybody and a certain
group,
a certain political affiliation.
All right.
They support him 100% because they believe he's talking against the government. And basically, that was it. So let me clear this up. Mr. Anthony Williams and I, we are very close, we good. And he didn't understand, which is I said. So well, I take that on my behalf. I didn't understand.
But you know when you and a partner, you know a man and you and he real good. You just have to hear he was in a fight. You don't have to confirm it. You just have to hear it and your blood boiling and you go in for that man one time. It was like that, you know, being an activist and I see on social media all over, the see a hammering points.
Yeah.
And we would have talked about that. A particular groups of people. You see, I don't want to politicize it. But certain particular groups of political entities feel that, you know, that you're aligning yourself with them. Or it are the other half that believing that, you know, you're getting a salary from a particular group of people. I'm trying so hard not to call no name. You see I succeed.
Alright, you ready for the clear?
Yeah.
My speech, my blog, based on my point of view, on my country. Things that I see going on, I bring to the forefront that people are afraid to touch. And people play petty ball with it and play these things. I bring it forward, I bring it real, I say what I have to say. I have never been approached by any political party, offered any type of money, endorsement, inducement, nothing. And my speech is free speech and I'm not for sale. Right? What I am saying is based on my country and not any political view. If I see somebody going left, I call it as it is. And it are things I would say that if people feel that I am attacking the Prime Minister, they send it that viral because they feel I'm attacking the Prime Minister. I do not attack anybody, I just say it as it is.
Yeah.
But when I say things and I speak the truth against them, and they call me racist, they call me ugly, they call me black, they call me all these nice words that I don't really care about because I am just here to speak the truth.
Yeah.
I am not speaking for you to like me and for you to like what I am saying. I am speaking based on my point of view in my country, which is Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. That would have cleared it up because, you know, to say in the least, there are people that, you know, it has happened to me and all. There are certain times, you know, I go speak out against certain things. Because I believe, whether or not, I come from a PNM background. Whether or not, and everybody know I just blast them all the time. Every time. Anytime they do shippiness. And anytime I do that, there are particular line of people that just drive it. But when you speak out on ills where they themselves are doing, they just call you all kind of names, and you know that is part of being in this arena. So with that being said, this political game between the red and the yellow, what you think in your humble mind, what you think about this nonsense, this kind of fight that taking place here, and people is being left behind in the middle of the fight? What thoughts you have about that?
Remember, since I always hear divide and conquer, divide and rule. So if you, as a political entity, and you have certain followers that you don't want to unite with other followers, you will always have this set of people following you for these wrong set of things that they want you to follow. Political party and politics is not about people uniting country, uniting themselves, and all we just talk about being united and Trinidadian, we one and all that sort of thing. That is foolishness, right? Because you just see it every day on the street. Politics is something that they use, the same thing like religion, that they separate you from each other and keep you in a group because they know anytime anybody unites, this is where the power is. And they don't want us to have the power, although we have the power, but we give it up because we support colors and race, and we're not studying nationality. I just get some people with this foolish notion saying that your Prime Minister, and that is your Prime Minister, but you have a Trinidad and Tobago ID card and a driver's permit. It is our Prime Minister. That's because they didn't vote for him. That doesn't mean he's not your Prime Minister. Because if he wasn't your prime minister, he'd have never get into one lineup and take 3 injections, 2 injections on one. Because you listen to your prime minister. So it'd be your prime minister and our prime minister conveniently. Right? Politics is just there to divide and rule. And this is not for the lesser class or the middle class. Politics is always there for the upper class that they always make and receive all the benefits.
And seeing that is the case, Anthony, I don't know, wait. I wait to partake in this discussion too, because what Ola would have said is something serious.
He forget third one, besides the forecast and the catcher.
Where's the fourth one? Where's the one he catch? Where's the one he leave out?
The catchers.
The catchers.
Yeah.
No, he would have raised a very important point in which he would have said the prime minister is the prime minister for the whole country, and so is the opposition. The opposition is not the opposition at the UNC alone.
No, the opposition is the opposition for the whole country.
For the whole, and we paying them in a.
As he said, divide and conquer. And that has to come to an end, right? And this is why I started the political push. I want the power, right? That's the only power could change it. Our political organization, the Trinidad and Tobago Democratic Front, we have no party colors. Because I don't believe in dividing the country. So we have no party colors and we have no party flag. I believe in my national flag, and that is the flag the Trinidad and Tobago Democratic Front will always flag. Right? Our symbol is red, white, and black. Unity. It could go on any day. Right? So I want to unite Trinidad and Tobago. I want us to move away from the division, whether it be political, color, race, or, as you know now, vaccine. Right? So I am trying to run away with that. Right? And I am doing my best to fix Trinidad and Tobago. And I am going after our Prime Minister and his administration. I am even going after the opposition and all. We need a new opposition, our opposition. Right? Because let me tell you something. Same thing my good friend going through, people that say about me. When I'm attacking UNC, they say I am a PNM. When I'm attacking PNM, they say I am a UNC. They say I'm getting paid. Right? I can't afford to feed my son. Right? Any company calls me, I can't get a job because I'm unvaccinated. But I get a pay, right? I get a pay for UNC and PNM. And
they know your struggles.
And let me put that to Trinidad and Tobago, to my fellow Trinidadians. We are a great people. And we need to understand we are a great people. And we know, and we hold no political leader or politician or political party. We owe it self, and we owe it to our children, we owe it to our community. Right? And if we start developing that mindset, Trinidad and Tobago will be a better place. As I say, we have resources and oil booms to gain and to come if Trinidad people and Tobagonians decide, hey, for Trinidadian, and we unite and we put PNM and UNC, we put Kamala Prasad and Keith Rowley, our Prime Minister and our opposition to rest. Time to put them to rest. And the Trinidad and Tobago Democratic Front have decided to pick up that fight. We have decided to pick up that fight. Right?
Well, you know, Anthony, you know, it's an uphill battle, you know, because the people was brainwashed so much that even if you have a different of opinion, people were in here and they're saying, all right, you can't be a part of this organization because you're supposed to follow this organization blindly. I could talk from in the PNM regime, because the minute that you have opposing views, he is no longer wanted there. And there were times when I was in the UNC camp and I would have seen similar behavior. So to say in the least, you have an uphill battle. It's difficult to pull up people away from these two parties.
I understand what you're saying, right? I understand what you're saying. But let me tell you something. If we don't start it, we'll finish it. Understand where I'm coming from? If we don't start it, we will finish it.
Powerful statement, there. We had to start it.
And I am starting it. And somebody has to finish it. It might be me, because after this shutdown, God, with God's blessings, go well, I might be in jail. So somebody has to finish it.
When you forget to tell me the day of this shutdown, you know, because the people go want to hear when is the day.
Well, what I can say to the people, we're looking at July month. The day will be coming soon. We'll give the date very soon, whether it will be 2 days or a week. Right? 2 days or a week. After, as I said to you, I didn't want to put too much information out live. But this is not a protest. This is a national shutdown. Right? This will be done in 5 quarters. North, east, south, west, central. Right? People don't have to board no Marquis. They don't have to travel far. They don't have to head to Port of Spain. Stay within your area and we will deliver.
All right. Well, Mr. Anthony, well, tell me where you like to say in closing. And then we have Ola. I hope you ain't drop asleep day on me, you know, so. All right.
I lost the page, right? And I didn't know me and Ola is friends, right? I lost the page. Almost 15,000 people, right? Where the hacker would have taken over the page and was sharing porn for a while on the page. Boy, the things I had to go through. Right? Then Facebook removed the page. We lost the page. And I shared this shutdown on my new page, and the traction wasn't coming because I don't talk comments now. I talk text. So I called Ola and I said, Ola, I need this message to reach Trinbago. Trinbago, a lot of them that only study back now. I want this message to reach Trinbago. You had the viewers, the viewership, and know this message to reach people. I don't want you to go and say the Trinidad and Tobago Democratic Front is the party or the this or the that or the you know the I say go, you deliver, you talk the truth. Because these are man you play, there's always talk the truth. Right? And that is all I ask of you, to talk the truth. To talk the truth. Right? So message delivered. So now I am, what they say, calling on Trinbagonians to take something back up and prove me and Ola wrong. Prove me wrong. That is, it is not just about the bacchanal or political CNM and UNC or color. Prove me wrong. That in 2023, with all this pain and suffering from 2015 to 2020, a government doing nothing but using COVID to say they can, better citizens' lives in this country. Putting up a billboards and things and telling you, coming soon in 2020, after 2025 election. 15 years the one. Coming soon. With another 5 years again. Let's think about what 20 years on a billboard. Right? I want people to prove when it's time to fall and prove me wrong. What is this? Prove me wrong. That's what I will say on that. To my good friend, Dr. Taylor, thank you very much, Charles. Friend, right? And anybody who wants to contact me, you can contact me on 782-3284. You know the code, 782-3284. And information on the shutdown or support, or to send your support, or to contribute. Anyone wants to follow us, you can follow us on the Trinidad and Tobago Democratic Front page. That is the Trinidad and Tobago Democratic Front page, or PTDF, Citizens First. Again, PTDF, Citizens First. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me on your show. Great show.
Yeah, no problem. Well, Ola, you say we nearly fight, eh? You understand? We gotta get the gloves. Watch out, people don't stand up better already.
I'll get the ring, I'll get the gloves, and we're gonna make some money.
One thing with me, I just observe, I just look at the teachers long time. Stop, look and listen before you cross the street. Use your eyes, use your ears, and then use your feet. You understand? That's a life lesson they taught us as a nursery rhyme, and people don't understand it. So when I heard you, I stopped, I look and I listen, and I didn't say anything. All I message on your page and saying is you didn't understand what it is I said, and I left it right here. Right? I would have contacted Mr. Anthony. I said, Mr. Williams, this is what's going on. He said, Ola, don't worry yourself, you go put that in a gate. Right? That was that. So then he reached out to me, and when I cleared it up for you, then you understand where I was coming from. Right? A lot of people, well, out of in TikTok, I think it must be about 10,000 views now. Only about 4 persons say that are fighting them down and are fighting on something that hasn't started as yet, which is false, because they don't understand what it is I said. Right? So some people, they just hear what they want to hear, and they don't hear what it is, they don't listen to what is said. And basically when I doing vlogs and I say anything, listen to what is said, and don't just nitpick the things that you think that I said. Listen very clearly. My videos will be very, very, very clear, very articulated, with the common man to understand. Now, and again, I might throw it at a height talk, but I mean, I can't break down everything for you. So you have to listen and understand what it is I say. And basically, people just get tired. I am only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand.
All right, Ola. All right, you're Robert. Yes. You're only responsible for what you say, man.
Not what you understand.
All right, brothers. Well, thanks for being on the show. He's always welcome. You're always welcome, Anthony.
Man.
We have to bounce up and we have to do some videos, boy.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Next time we'll come direct.
All right then. All right,
everybody. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Bye.
Well, people. Well, this would have cleared it up. This would have put the body to rest. My name is Renison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. Like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I'm out.